2020 is weird. Good morning, everybody. We still have not elected a new president. We're still waiting on the results because we need to count all the votes. All the votes matter. Every single person who voted, their vote should count. So we're just waiting for all of those votes to be accounted for. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk politics anymore. I'm hanging out with my kid and we're making something. We are building a little dolly right now because my family's coming tomorrow. Did you know Duncan's coming tomorrow?
Yeah?
Yeah. And Parker and Bailey, they're all coming tomorrow. They're all coming tomorrow for Bailey's birthday. Bailey has requested a Disneyland birthday. I obviously can't make Disneyland, so I'm gonna make up ride as best I can. And so I got this dolly and I have to build it. So that's what we're about to do. Okay, here we go, Flynn. I am basically such a bro. So here's all these. We have to open this, okay? Yeah. We're gonna open this. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Oh! All right, so these are gonna go over here, Flynn, okay?
Hey, Mama. There's a butter to it.
Whoa! Drop the camera. Hey, Flynn, can you show what we did? Can you show that we made this? That's the excavator. Can you show them the wheels? We put on all the wheels. Yeah, we put on all the different wheels. Here she blows. So the plan is to sit a kid on this and make it feel like a ride. See, he loves it already. Sit on your bottom. There you go. There you go.
Mama, try.
You want Mama to try? Bye-bye, Flynn. Oh, whoa. Okay. I don't even Flynn. They're babies. What do you think? You like it? You wanna do it? You wanna sit on Mama's lap?
No.
No? Okay, because it looks like you're getting on my lap. Mama go all done?
Dada, try.
Whoa, Flynn! Good job! Okay, just got off the phone with my therapist and it went well. We're trying new stuff and it's going well, so yeah, not much to report there. It's shocking how different my life has become once I was diagnosed with ADHD, like clinically, and have been given the tools to improve my life as an adult woman with ADHD, like knowing how ADHD affects my brain and affects my body and learning the science of it and why I am the way I am has reduced my anxiety, and it has made me feel just so much relief finally understanding what exactly my issue has been for so many years that I haven't been able to figure out. It's good. It's all good stuff. I just wanted to say that, and yeah, let's move on with the day. I need to do my hair because what is happening here? Like, just the frizziest. Kory is currently helping me set up this dining room area of my house. Is gonna be completely covered. So these are like old show curtains I used to tour with. He set those up for me. We're gonna try to make that room as dark as possible because tomorrow, my niece, it's her birthday. My family's coming here and she wanted a Disneyland themed birthday party. There's not much I can do about that. So I got some like Mickey Mouse decorations and stuff. What I'm gonna have them do is this is gonna be where the line is, and we're gonna have them walk in, stand in line here, and then in here, we're setting up, Kory's putting up these black things. I'm gonna set up that. I'm gonna move the table and we're gonna project different rides and we're gonna have them sit on this thing that I made earlier today. We're gonna probably paint this box to be like some sort of thing, I don't know, but we're gonna put it on that. So we're gonna move the table and then we can do like POVs of like the different rides, and then we're gonna move the thing around to make it feel like they're riding the rides. It's kind of what our plan is. This is the ride room. I don't know if it'll work. Disneyland at home, we're making it work. So she's also requested requested, oh, pickles, I need to get pickles. My family loves the pickles at Disneyland. Bailey said she loves the pretzels at Disneyland, so we're gonna make pretzels together. And she likes the pickles, so I need to buy pickles. And other than like the rides in that room, I don't really have anything planned. I think we're just gonna hang out. But guys, I don't know how to make this feel like Disneyland here, guys. Nothing feels like Disneyland except for Disneyland. Thank you, Flynn. Very helpful. Good job, baby. Oh yeah, you gotta do the back? Thank you for fixing it, Flynn. Good job, baby. We have decided to make some pretzels just because Flynn really wanted to make something in the mixer. So right now our yeast is proofing and rising in the warm water, and Flynn is currently running back and forth from the pantry, getting little tiny bits of flour and pouring it into this bowl. Flynn's concoction. Oh, good job. You got some more? Good job, baby. And pour that in. Good job.
More.
Okay, you can go get more. Very helpful. Tonight's election stress dinner is a pretzel, fresh out of the oven, homemade cheese sauce, and I also thought broccoli sounded good, like in the cheese sauce.
Like hello?
So this is what we're eating while we stress. I feel like the longer and the longer it takes to decide on, to finish counting ballots, I feel like I'm just like, oh, this is gonna last weeks. I feel like this is gonna last a really long time because now the race is so close in some places, like I guess they can't even call it, even if like Biden or Trump does win in some of these states, it's so close that they still won't say they have a winner. They have to like do a recount and like all this stuff. It's such a mess. Anyway, I'm gonna eat a pretzel. Oh, those are so good. Holy smokes. I need you guys to see something. So it's midnight. Eric and I were walking Flynn up to take a bath and then to go to bed earlier, and there's one lone cat turd on the stairs, and in our tired, stressed election parenting, trying to get a kid to bed state, we didn't pick it up. We just were like, oh, there's a cat turd on the stairs, and kept walking. And look what Eric has done. He turned it into an art exhibit. Reason number 872 why I'm married to that man. What a weirdo, but also it made me laugh so hard to see that on the stairs that he made it look like it's part of an art exhibit. He's so stupid. So now I feel like it's gonna stay there for like days because we're both gonna be even more lazy to take it down. Anyway, scene of the night, obviously, it's the morning, and we still have not elected a president, and I have an ignorant question. I am ignorant. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about politics and the election and everything, because it's really confusing. Like, American politics are really confusing, and the American election is very confusing. So we have this electoral college with a certain amount of votes per state, per county, and blah, blah, blah. And you can look at a state and see that it's like the whole thing looks bright red, but like the tiniest little slivers of it are blue, but then it's Biden wins. And if you don't know anything about the country or politics, you might be like, what? But the whole thing looks red. Well, it's because where the blue parts are is where all the people live. There's a lot of our country that doesn't have a lot of people living there. So, you know, in Nevada, for example, it's just like two little slivers are blue and the whole rest of the state is red. Well, that's all pretty much desert. People do live there, but not very many. So that's why it looks like that. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into it, but I have a question. So this question is for people out there who know a lot about politics and can answer this question, because I'm very confused. Basically, we are waiting on a few states to finish counting the votes, okay? Now, every state has different rules as far as when they can count the votes. I know that. I know that like some places, the second they get the early like mail-in ballots, they can count them immediately. Some states, they had to wait until after they finished counting all the votes that were in in-person votes on November 3rd. Once they finished those, then they were allowed to open up the mail-in ballots. And there's of course an overwhelming amount of mail-in ballots this year because of the pandemic, and also just a big turnout because everyone was really passionate about the election this year. But I don't understand, and I just need someone to help me. So this is ignorant. I know I'm stupid, and I know people are gonna call me out for being stupid, but I have searched it and I cannot find answers. How come this country can count millions and millions and millions of votes in one day? November 3rd, millions and millions and millions of votes were counted in a single day. But now it's taking multiple days for these few states to count like 60,000 votes, 30,000 votes, 10,000 votes. Like, there's not that many left in these states to count. Literally, I think a couple of them only have like 60,000 more votes left. Like, there's not very many, and it's taking them days and days and days to count. But I'm like, but some states counted millions and millions and millions of votes in a single day. So how comes these states we've been waiting on for now 3 days, can't count 30, 40, 50,000 votes? I don't understand, because it's not like these states were not equipped for it, because they all counted millions of votes on November 3rd. So why are we waiting days and days and days for them to count like the few remaining votes that are left? So my question is, and I've searched this, and these are not the answers I got, but I'm assuming that it's because they haven't received the votes yet, because in some states and in some counties, if the government gets the ballot anytime after November 3rd, like, it doesn't count. And in some places, like, if they get it past November 3rd, it's fine as long as it's postmarked and was sent by November 3rd. Are the numbers like we have 60,000 votes left to count, or 30,000 votes left to count, or 10,000 votes left to count? When they say that, are those votes, they haven't received them yet? Like, they know, oh, we have 30,000 more registered voters in this state, and we're waiting for their ballots to arrive, and then they'll count them? Is that what's taking so long? Because that's not what it says online. When I search it, it doesn't say that. It just says that, like, there's an overwhelming amount of ballots this year, so that's why it's taking so long. That's what I keep reading. But that literally doesn't make sense to me, because how did every other state count their millions and millions of votes? And even the states that we're still waiting on counted millions of votes. But we're just waiting on like the tiniest amount. Like, you know, we're waiting on 5% of the votes left, or 10% of the votes of the state. I feel really stupid, and I know people are gonna call me out for being stupid, and so please forgive my ignorance. I have tried to research this, and I have tried to understand, because I just don't understand how it's taking days and days and days to count such a small number of votes. Like, my brain just cannot comprehend, like, why? So I'm like, I want every single vote to be counted. And I have seen some people say like, oh, we're waiting for, there's a lot of absentee ballots, you know, from like people in the military or Americans who are currently overseas who sent theirs in. Are we just waiting for those to arrive? Is like that what the holdup is? Because if they just have them and they're not counting them, then I don't understand what's taking so long. I'm so confused. I just don't get it. And I know I sound stupid, and I apologize for sounding stupid, but like, I'm just trying to understand it. And I've been trying to understand it for days, and like, I can't make it make sense. Right now, it's still very much, it's a very close race. We don't know who is going to win. I have to sneeze. I can feel it. I got a text. I want them to count every single vote. I want every single vote from every single American who voted. I want every single vote to count. I think every person matters. Every vote matters. We need to count every single vote. And so I want them to make sure that they count every vote. I want to make sure they are taking their time and they're making sure they get every single vote accounted for. Like, I think that's very important. I very much disagree with the president currently saying things like we need to stop the count and they shouldn't count and it's fraudulent, because it's literally not. It's not illegal to count the votes of the American people if you're losing. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, it's really weird. I don't agree with what he has been saying, and I think it's been fact-checked, proven wrong. He's making a lot of claims with no evidence, which is interesting. But anyway, I want every vote counted. I just want to understand it. And I'm like, as an American, I feel it is important that I understand the election and understand how it works and what's going on and all of that. So it's very confusing. So please, anyone who really understands our country and politics and how the voting works and how the counting of the ballots works, can you please kindly like inform my stupid little brain and help me understand? Because I don't get it. I really don't get it. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Right before your